the East Riding of Yorkshire, Kingston Upon Hull. Here there is only one club, where history is rich but fans had to boycott the greed of former ownership.
Hull is everything to me.
If you would ask friends, family, anybody about me, they would always mention Hull City Football Club.
They're connected with the people of the city, and a new owner brings new hope.
Without Hull City I wouldn't be here, and I'm not just saying that to you because we're doing this video, but I think Hull has saved my life.
We travelled to speak with lifelong fans to hear the stories of struggle, togetherness and community.
I live, breathe, sleep, everything about this football club.
I can't stress how grateful I am to the staff, the players.
It really is part of me, my DNA, so yeah, no, this club's everything to me.
One family, one dream.
I love this club, I'll forever love this club. It doesn't matter if we're in National League, the Premier League, League One, Champions League, I'll be here supporting the Tigers. My granddad supports Hull, my mum supports Hull, my uncle supports Hull, my grandma supports Hull, my dad, Manchester United. So I had a choice, and my first ever game was Hull versus Manchester United.
My first season, I believe, when I started attending was around 2000. I can't remember if it was actually 1999 or the 2000 season, but it was at Boothry Park. I was only 5 years old, I think. I used to go with my uncles. So yeah, it was definitely a different experience to this stadium.
The MKM is just incredible, but the atmosphere, it makes you fall in love with it. I think when it's packed out, when everyone's singing, when it's a big game, like I remember when it was Liverpool at home, how class it was packed out, it just makes you fall in love with the club. And I'd rather support Hull than a team like Manchester United because, you know, it's my team, you can be proud of it, you can go to your games, you can support it, and it feels like a community. I think football's a lot more than just 22 men kicking a ball around on a field. There's so much more than that. It's the build-up to the match, going to the games, going to the pub, although I'm not old enough to drink, but you know, having a pint of Coke with your mates, having a chat and meeting people outside of football and taking it into football. Like if I ever meet anyone, first thing I'll ask them, who do you support? And it's just that connection that all football fans have. You know, there's a bit of banter, a bit of rivalry, but when it comes together, especially like the Euros, everyone's as one. Everyone's together.
I think every city in the country, I mean, we have banter on match days where everyone says, obviously, when you come to a place and you're chanting about how bad the area is or anything like that, or away fans will come and say they want to go home, things like that. Every single city and town in this country has bad areas and good areas, and I think what this city does really well is that the best areas of it are really steeped in its history and its character and the adversity it's come through. And you look at like the cobbled streets of the city centre where they film things like Enola Holmes and things like that. You know, it's got real genuine character, and it's got, you know, real hidden beauty in this city that people just choose to ignore because they'd rather listen to outside opinions rather than forming their own opinion and visiting it themselves. So
this fan base is just beautiful. I'll say it again, I describe it as a community, it's a family. Our motto is one family, one dream, and that's because we're all together. We all want what's best for the club, and you see it with a lot of clubs, there's a lot of negativity around, but with this club it's, you know, we're always looking for the positive aspects of things.
These fans have seen, I mean, I'm perhaps a little bit too young to have seen the worst parts of this football club. I mean, we've seen bad at the minute, but we're getting back up there, but there's a lot of fans that have been through, you know, decades of pain with this football club, and like you say, seeing ourselves locked out of Boothry Park, for example, another one that was a real source of pain and a dent to that pride. It's the way that this fan base can stick together and come through adversity and try and spur the football club on to, you know, really believing that those better days are again round the corner, like we're currently experiencing. I think that's what makes this fan base so special, that, you know, you could quite easily, like you say, go and support a more successful club. We choose to support this one because we epitomise the highs and lows as a fan base and experience it together and hold each other up.
Truth be told, that stand over there, the North Stand, when it's on its day, it is just the best you'll hear, and I truly mean that. I think, you know, we were averaging, like, what was it, 6,000 or 7,000 a couple of years ago, and now to get 25,000 in, 23,000 in most games, you know, it's how Adrian's transformed this club. It's special, and to see people come in with a smile on their face, no matter the result, leaving, you know, happy, whether it's a kid over there just happy that a player waved at them, or in the North Stand seeing us get the 3 points, which has been, you know, so hard worked for. It's just, yeah, I mean, I'm getting emotional. This club is so much, it means so much to me.
The owner cares about the fans so much, and this city as a whole, that you can't help but not feel a part of it, because like you said, the motto at the minute is one family, one dream, and I think everybody's bought into that at the minute. You know, the optimism around the club and the enjoyment on match days and what the club do for even like Family Zone, for example, things like that, to look after the next generation of fans as well as catering to the older is something that's been magnificent at the minute.
Truth be told, I just look forward to the game, and I can't keep my excitement levels to a certain extent. My mum will tell me to shut up before the game because I'm always yapping on, ringing my grandma asking for her score predictions. She couldn't care less. She wants to watch Corrie, and I'm asking her what she thinks we're going to score against Rotherham. It's not great, but no, I love this club to bits, and the atmosphere especially here. It's just, you know, it's special. Like, we're all singing as one. You can go, all your troubles are locked away for 90 minutes. You don't think about what's going on at home. You think about what's happening on the pitch and, you know, the mighty Hull City.
This football club, this team, and everything that I've experienced with it since being 4 or 5 years old, I don't know what I would do. Like at the minute with the football not on weekends, I'm not entirely sure what people do that don't watch football, what they do on weekends, because I struggle to fill the time.
That's the thing with football, is when you get a season ticket, you plonk yourself down and you've got 2 people there that you sort of become friends for life with, and that's a beautiful thing. Is like when I first met Phil, I'd never met him before, but now we're like good friends.
So I sit here with my daughter, sit on this seat, then I've got my uncle, my cousin, and my other uncles, aunties and cousins sit behind us. There's 10 of us, there's quite a few, so we had to find a bunch of seats together that obviously we could find a space in what is now quite a full stadium on match days to sit together. So this is where we are in the East Stand in Block E9.
And it's so magical that you can bring your private life into football as well. I was just having a chat about his dog last home game, and that's so beautiful. Is with football, you sit with the same people, you know more people, and it's more of a social event as well. I think, especially when you go to most games like frequently, it's massively good for your mental health just to get out and speak to people. Football
is such an emotional sport. You're so invested in it, especially when you go week in, week out, and you live, breathe it. You know, you take wins really, really high, and then obviously when you lose, you're really, really low. It can spoil your mood for the full weekend, and I'm fully one of those where you're going to win the league when you've won one match, but you're probably going to get relegated if you lose. You know, it's those extreme emotions that we have as a football fan that I love, really. Football's always going to be there. You know, friends come and go, family come and go, people come and go, but football will always be there for you no matter what. 100 years time, football's still going to be here, and you know, the players will change, but your club won't, and that's the beautiful thing. As they say in Ted Lasso, football is life.